Hey everybody, it's Jochen Heiden, and I'm back with the Hellsen versus Heiden campaign. It's War in the Pacific, Scenario 2. This is January 21st, 1942. Alright, we grabbed the base on Java just by having our troops there. Okay guys, it's been a while since we've played. It's been about 5 days. Hellsen started a new job. He's working for a new company, and they've got him on entirely different work shifts, so he's been kind of taking some time to get used to that new work schedule. So it's caused a bit of a delay here, but that's okay. He's getting his work-life balance back in line, and we are unloading troops at Calcutta, day 2 here. What is that? That's a concern. I see some troops north of Calcutta. I'm not sure what those are. We continue to unload here at Calcutta, and also at Port Blair. Man, it's been so long since I played, I almost forgot what everything I'm doing here. Okay, continuing to take a lot of losses as we unload at Calcutta. I mean, nothing I can do about it. We're sending in a lot of troops here. All right, and now we got some minesweeping action at Calcutta. These guys should be able to wrap it up today. Not much along the way of night bombing right now. Moonlight 17%, which would our rules mean they have to be at basically 90. Is that the rule? I don't remember our moonlight rule. Anyway, we see we have a Dutch sub over here at Rubble, really close to the hex. It looks like we're going to be able to get through here, though. Oh, what is this? Oh, come on, I-166. What are we doing here? There we go. So this is a little bizarre. We have a single allied AK coming. I don't know where it's going, in or out of somewhere near Ceylon, and my ASW guys picked it up. ASW. These are my subs. No. Okay, it did sink. I don't know what that ship is doing out there though. Okay, more unloading out Calcutta. We keep taking, man, a lot of disablements doing this. It's not really good for me. Okay, I think I've had enough of these disablements now. Let's knock it off. With that though, we should have all the troops we're going to get into Calcutta unloaded now for the combat phase later today. Okay, still sweeping mines. Okay, that's it for the mines at Calcutta, it looks like. And, well, I thought it was, but I guess one of our light cruisers decided to hit one just as a parting blow, which kind of stinks. But that's it for the mines now. It's a lot. What is going on here? Man, we sure took a lot of casualties landing at Calcutta. Golly, look at all these squads that are being lost. Why so many? I don't really understand why we're taking so many losses here. That's going to cause some issues. That's a lot of disabled squads. Or destroyed squads, actually. I mean, is that gonna count against us? All right, so now we start the AM phase of the air part of this turn. No idea what the Allies are gonna do. We haven't seen them fly in days now. Like, they just kind of quit. So we'll see if they try to do anything at Calcutta or not. I don't know, or anywhere else for that matter. Okay, we definitely got enemy subs stalking us in there. All right, here we go. Airstrikes. Okay, sweeping over Batavia. I do intend to bomb there today. All right, so we bomb Batavia, and what we get some really good hits on the base today. That should put it out of commission or darn close to it. And we destroy one Dornier 24 on the ground with 10 more disabled, possibly, and a PBY 5 as well. Okay, another heavy bombing raid's going into China right here because I really need to break through here. Heavy cloud and the bad terrain is not helping us again. Sweeping over Clunkery, we have severe storms, which is not good for us because we're going to be bombing there later. Really bad weather all over the map today. I really hope we can break through here today. God, look at that. Almost every hex that we've bombed today has had really bad weather in it. Hey, look at that. Heavy rain. Clarkfield. No good. Pretty bad bombing results so far. Alright, let's see. This is not going to be so great. Severe storms. But I got Betty's coming in real low. Flak? What the heck flak is that Clonkery? Whoa. Alright, well, that was a kind of a waste of a sortie. We only got 6 resource hits at Clonkery. We took flak damage, and there's severe storms too. What the heck is that Clonkery that's giving flak? Ah, there's a unit there. Oh, that sucks. Alright, that AM phase was pretty lame. Really bad weather all over the map, affecting our bombing accuracy. So far, really no allied intervention at all. If he's going to attack us, he's got one more phase to do it. And that's right now. Let's see what happens. Wow. So the Allies did not come to fight today at all. Again. So, Okay, we don't have to worry about taking any losses from that. Let's get into the ground combat phase and see what happens. So now we're landing at Baton Island. I'm doing this to establish an ASW base for aircraft in the Baton Gap. Jeez, enough already. Alright, guys. Ground combat's going to be very important today. So this is us attacking him. This should be a blowout. So this group army is destroyed, and that ensures that our supply lines are undisturbed all the way up. Nice. This unit will respawn at Chungking. I don't even care. Alright, this is me bombarding him just to get a feel for what he's got in the hex here. And he has a lot. It will take a lot to dislodge these guys. And we are bombarding him again at Luchao. I'm just trying to make this costly for him in terms of supply usage. Getting a couple destroyed squads there. Hard to say right now if he has supply or not. I would assume so because he's firing back. But every day that we do this burns up his supply because all of these cores that have any kind of artillery in them, like mortars or something, will probably return fire. And that's a good thing for us. Alright, that's just me cleaning out some trash here on the road. This unit was displaced, which is good for me. I don't want to kill him if I don't have to. And what I like to see here is that he has a supply modifier in the negative, which means that these units are out of supply. And that's, again, the key to winning in China is to bleed these guys dry. Alright, this is us attacking him. I honestly don't know how this is going to go. I really hope we take this base this turn. I don't know. So, wish us luck, guys. What do you think? Are we going to take it? Let's find out. We need this base. Let's go. Oh, no. Well, that's not ideal. Okay, so good news and bad news. The good news is we took very little casualties here, which is great. And he took a lot. The bad news is that we did not take the base. We're going to need another day. And it's just delaying us. So I was concerned that this was going to be an issue. I do see this. I really like. He's in the wrong op mode, which means that's going to delay his ability to escape from Calcutta. Right? He's in the wrong op mode, so that means he's having to unpack and get into move mode. So I was really thinking we could have taken this place. He had no fort level here. So what the heck? Oh, I don't know. We'll take him tomorrow. Jeez. Darn it. Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. Guys, we're about to walk into a mess. Yep, that didn't work out good. So I was hoping we would take this thing finally, but he moved another unit into this hex that was last turn that was not here before. And now that's just going to really delay us even more. Now he's got more AV here than before. And yeah, we took some losses there. Now we're really stuck at Sion. This is going to take a lot of effort to break through here now. Darn it. Nothing to see here. Okay, so we continue on down the road towards Medan. These units are still hanging on with everything they got. So, another day. And then this is us at Port Blair. This should be very easy to take. Alright, so now we own Port Blair. Yay. Unit is destroyed. Alright, we captured Baton Island, which is completely expected. They had nobody there. The Allies bombard us back. It's very ineffective. This is at Calcutta. And an Allied deliberate attack here. I don't think this is going to go very well for us. I don't know. Yeah, that did not go particularly great. And this is a huge problem now. So now we have some serious issues down here near Luqiao in China. This is not good. It's not good at all, really. Alright, once again, we defeat these Chinese units down here. They're just wasting my time. I want to say I'm not too thrilled with this turn tonight. Not really good. I waited 5 days for this, and it wasn't really what I was hoping for at all. I see more issues in China now than I did before. We're really starting to hit brick walls here. Yep, we got some problems. Okay, guys, real quick, a little editorial comment here. I just listened to the audio on the video portion that you're about to hear, and there were some issues with the mic cutting in and out. I'm going to troubleshoot that for next videos, but I'm not going to record this again, so you may hear some mic noises. Sorry about that. Well, we had a turn. It wasn't the one I wanted, but it's going to have to do. We'll take a look at this turn. It's not really a gin and tonic kind of turn, but I'm having one anyway because it sounded good. Okay. Aircraft losses for this turn. 3-3. I lost 2 recon planes and 1 Navy transport. He lost a DC-2 to Ops. First one we've seen this campaign. 1 Dornier on the ground and a Weirway Ops. First one for the campaign. Again, it's crazy. His Ops losses have been so low. Of those 3 aircraft lost, we had 2 KIA pilots. Looking at wounded pilots, looks like we got Ochi. We'll see if we can get him back. So we'll send this guy to reserve, Ochi. And it looks like Ochi will come back. For Army lost points this last turn, it wasn't so great for us. We took 9, he took 37. Ship sunk. We sank this British cargo ship. I had no idea what it was doing out here. Maybe he was just testing the waters to see if we had subs, and hey, surprise, we've got subs. So I don't know what to make of this. If it was a sacrificial lamb, that's pretty cheap. Alright. For the strategic loss points this turn, we went up 14. That was bombing at Cloncree. Not exactly the result I was hoping for. Overall, points for the turn, we went up 105, bringing the win ratio up to 2.299. 2.299. Alright, so we'll take a quick peek at Combat Reporter. Starting with sea engagements today. We did have some mines at Calcutta and we cleared them, but unfortunately the Jinsu did take one mine during that time. But no transports were hit, which is good, I guess. The Jinsu is... let's see, where is it at? Right here. So it took a mine so my transports wouldn't have to. It is very much recoverable. We can get this thing back home without any issue. It's got plenty of speed in it. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. So we might leave this back behind to get repaired before we send it home, because that's going to slow everybody up. Alright, what else we got here? On the ground, kind of a rough day for us. Calcutta, obviously, did not go the way I thought it would. It's not a bad result. I mean, we didn't really lose anything. But we didn't take the base. And it was pointed out to me on my Discord when I showed everybody this result that Hellsen actually sent more units in instead of getting any out. So the 712 Frontier Force and these two mountain gun regiments are new to Calcutta. They were not here last turn. So I think this was a mistake. He probably forgot that he had them going in. So he's not the only one making mistakes around here. I guess, I mean, or I'm not. He does too. But that's no matter. These guys are not going to make or break us next turn. If anything, we just fed us more troops to kill, which I'm fine with that. So next turn, we'll hit it again. Let's see. Yeah, this is an issue here in China on the ground. Combat in this hex is not good. So he basically outnumbers us here almost 10 to 1. And I don't know how much longer we can hold. He will probably shock attack next turn. And I don't think this unit can withstand it. And we'll talk about that in my China run through what this means for us, but it's not looking good at all. Alright. Lu Chao, we're still getting the better of him in the bombardments, which is good. But we may have a big issue coming up, and we'll talk about it. Air attacks today. Not particularly good because the weather was crappy everywhere. And my first day strat bombing in Cloncree did not go well because there's apparently a unit on the ground there that I did not know existed. That's kind of a problem. So between the severe storms and this unit that's creating flak, we took some damaged aircraft and got very few resource hits here. A little concerning. Second. Okay, something going on at Wellington, but we kind of knew that anyway, so no surprise he's got ships there. Bundaberg in Australia, we have some sort of SIGINT hit there, and that honestly is probably troops marching up to Rockhampton. So we need to get into this hex right away and block it and take this base, or else he could rail troops in or troops out through Rockhampton the day after he takes it, and I don't want that. So we need to... I got these guys heading down there right now. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 to 5 turns, and we'll be in Emerald, and we'll block the rail line. I also have these guys coming down to get into Heiden, because I don't want that base to fall either. I need to block all these rail lines. And then I also want to get to Winton. I need to take all these bases to keep them from being able to rail in and out of here. Okay, Langsa, that's nothing important. Tacoma, not important. Yeah, that's a bit for SIGINT. Nothing important there. And then just for the ops report, I just want to show you intel. you can see that he's expanded Auckland to a size 6 port, which is not surprising at all. I fully expect him to be using this to be transporting stuff in from the west coast of the United States. So this makes sense to me. You should see Wellington come up here soon. Okay, let's see. Kaifeng, size 6, that's good. Auckland, we already talked about that one. And Fusan, size 7. It's all good. Okay, so let's talk about this turn. We'll start Northern Pacific. No activity at all. Nothing. It's dead as a doornail. These guys are flying search. Just making sure he's got no ships heading around here at Pearl. Home islands are secure right now. China. Okay. So, again, in this hex, we had another failed attack. And what happened was he reinforced it with another unit. And now we no longer have enough AV to get through here. So my plan now, compliments of my boys on Discord, is to take this unit that's in Sion, move into this hex to open up the hex side, right? Immediately go back in to Sion. Even if he tried to react to that, we'll get back in here before he can take the base. And that opens up this line again. And we can pass troops through here without having to deal with these guys. They can sit here for the entire campaign at that point and basically do nothing, and it doesn't even matter. So I think that's what we're going to do here. We're just going to open up that hex side on the top end to get Sion relieved, and then we should be able to continue on from there. Okay. The big issue that we in China right now. Hold on one second. That's better. I was hearing some crackling in my headphones. Anyway, what I was saying was we're going to open up this hex side here, but we have a bigger problem, and it's actually right here. I alluded to it earlier, but he has about a 10-to-1 troop advantage on me in this hex, and this hex is my main supply line into Luchao, right? If we look at the hex side control on this, I only have one hex side open, and it's the one right here. If he takes this hex, this unit is now surrounded, and this was a screw up on my part. I was actually told to be careful about this, and I said, yeah, okay, whatever, but the troops from Kuai Lin can come down in here and cut my only way in and out of this hex right now. So unfortunately, this is unacceptable. I cannot guarantee that this unit is going to hold very long. I don't think it's going to hold it long at all, quite honestly. And I won't be able to get more troops in here to reinforce it. I cannot afford to lose the Luchao troops like this, to have them surrounded and cut off. So what I've elected to do is take this unit here, this mixed regiment, and sacrifice it. So what it's going to do is it's going to, in 2 turns, shock attack into Luchao, and will probably be utterly devastated because it's going to shock attack into way more AV than I got, a 10-to-1 advantage, and we're probably going to have that whole unit obliterated. But what it will do is open up the hex side on the opposite side, which gives us a way out of here in case this unit can't hold, which I don't think it will. If he were smart, he'd send more troops down here to break into this. And that's going to be bad. So I messed this up. This whole Luchao operation is going to turn into a big mess. And I've been told that this can happen to the Japanese players. They get kind of caught up down here, and they get stuck. So now I'm going to have to sacrifice an entire infantry regiment just to open up the hex side to allow these guys to get out if they need to get out. It is what it is. I messed this up, and this is the only way I can think of to fix it, because I just don't have faith in this hex holding. Now, in the meantime, I've got about 800 AV right here that will go into Nanning within the week. We'll blow right through this because this doesn't have much here. And then these troops can eventually reinforce Luchao through the opened up hex side. And then we'll be able to kind of balance things out and get on parity or even get a bit stronger than him in Luchao. It just stinks that I have to sacrifice a regiment to fix my mistake here. We're going to take a hit on our points for that turn for sure. It is what it is. This is my fault. I messed it up. Okay, in Burma, not much to report, even though we are moving towards the bases here. I am having second thoughts about taking Magway though, because the oil is the most important thing here, and Lashio can strike it, Kuming, Kwayang, Lido. There's still other bases that he could sacrifice some bombers to get in here. I will have an aviation unit going in to secure it, but I don't think the fighters can truly fully stop a B-17 raid. So I may want to actually slow down here and wait, because it's just too dangerous. I cannot afford to lose Magway oil right now. So this unit, we're going to tell these guys to stop. These other units are going to start moving up. And then, actually, I'll have these guys start moving a bit. Maybe about here. And then we're going to wait until I can secure some of these other bases, or at least ensure that they're not going to be a major threat to us. I cannot lose this oil. Okay, we already talked about it a bit, but Calcutta did not go super great for us. But what we do know is that he's got troops that are trapped. And we should be able to take this next turn with the amount of AV that we chip down him. I think that we'll take Calcutta next turn, and then we won't have to worry about this anymore. And a lot of these troops are going to get trapped in here when we do it. And I think that's awesome, because I want to kill as many of these guys as I possibly can before they retreat up into India. There's a lot of in those there. Alright, we did take Port Blair this turn. This would be a good base for moving my seaplanes to get better visibility on Colombo and anything trying to come at us in the Bay of Bengal. So this is a long time coming. I finally got around to taking it, and it was pretty easy. We continue moving down this way in Sumatra, nice and slow, working our way down this coastline here, beating up these units as we go. Medan is the key here. This is where I want the oil. And again, back and forth to Georgetown with that. Alright. On Java, everything's looking good. We took Mariun. And now my tanks are going to continue taking Surakarta, Jakarta, and Semarang. And then next turn, I have my forces that are currently in Malang going into Surabaya. So next turn we'll be in Surabaya. In 2 turns will we initiate combat. I fully expect the base to fall. Anyway, I fully expect Surabaya to fall in 2 turns. And then we'll have that base. Now, my past experience with Surabaya is that the base gets utterly trashed and destroyed when you take it. I've never seen a Japanese capture an intact Surabaya. It's always trashed. So I have no expectations of this base being anything useful from an industrial capacity when I take it. That's fine. I already know that that's a thing. But 2 turns we'll have Surabaya. Dutch East Indies over here are nice and clear. Okay. In the Philippines, we just took Bataan Island so I can establish an ASW perimeter here, because I'm going to have a lot of ships from the home islands and back through here sailing through this area. It's called the Bataan, well, I call it the Bataan Gap right here. I'm going to use Bataan Island to patrol it, to make sure enemy submarines are spotted if we're going to be going through here, because we need to go through here. It's the quickest way in and out between, you know, India and the home islands and things like that. So that's why I took this base. I'm going to leave an AV there and an aviation support battalion, and I'm going to fly in some aircraft to do ASW here. In Luzon, we still own all these bases here, which completely cut off the Allied forces north of there. So they're going to be having supply issues soon. I've got 1 unit left in Apari. It is a shipping engineer regiment. I've got ships already on the way to evacuate these guys, and then that'll be it in Luzon. as far as our troops and supply anywhere north of Apari. And what's kind of cool here is that because we retook Iba without even having to fight him, we're actually getting the resources out of Iba and they're flowing into Manila so that we can transport them out later on. So this really did not go well for Hellsen. His troops were just cut off here at Vegan, and I don't know where the other ones are at, but I don't really care. What I do know is that I've got nothing to lose up here, and I'll have all my troops out of Apari. If you take a look at Manila, we've already got almost everything that was in Tugu Gurel and Apari is now back in Manila, safe and sound. We've got a ton of aviation support. We've got hundreds of engineers to finish building up this base, right? We're going to go maximum on this place because there's so many points available, right? We can go, I think, size 10 airfield and a size 9 port with a 50 modifier. We're going to get so many points out of Manila, and it's going to be very hard for him to retake it. And then in the meantime, we just keep bombing Clark and Baton every day until we have these guys' supply situations so bad that we can go in and take it. Mindanao, nothing happening here. I'm just adjusting the garrison is all I'm doing. So, taking a look at the Solomons and Australia. I mentioned earlier, I think he's on his way to take Rockhampton, but that's fine because I'll have this base blocked soon, and I'll have this base blocked soon. Our strat bombing is starting on Clonckery, but he's got an anti-aircraft unit or something here that's going to cause us some issues. But not a huge concern at this point. All I'm going to do here is just keep bombing it. We're going to have to raise the altitude up because whatever was here shot us up pretty good. So we'll start bombing it a little bit higher up. We had bad weather here last turn, but that won't hold forever. So we'll just keep hitting these bases through here and get as many strat points as we possibly can. Everything's fine here. In the Solomons, we are looking fine. I'm just recovering a bunch of ships back to Rubble from the initial Australian invasion. He's got a Dutch submarine here, but it's not getting anything done. We've got him spotted with aircraft, and we have ASW patrols. If you look at this, these are all ASW patrols. So we're keeping an eye on all that stuff right now. Fiji looks quiet. Looks like we just got some ASW going at Pago Pago, and nothing spotted currently down here in New Zealand. So there's our turn. Definitely got some issues in China, but hopefully next turn we're going to have a pretty exciting ground activity here. And after that, we should be able to start trying to deal with the situation here in Luton. So this was my mistake. It's going to cost me a lot of troops and a lot of points to resolve it, but I still think I have a way forward to prevent these guys from getting stuck in here. So we're going to relieve these guys and we'll get this. Anyway, thank you guys for waiting. It's been a long time coming for this turn. Hellsen hopefully will get on track and start getting these turns to me faster so we can keep this campaign going. Because overall, I'm still very happy with what we've accomplished in the first, I don't know, 4 turns or so. What turn are we on? Let me see. Turn 47. I'm really happy with what we've done so far. We're already into Calcutta in India. We've invaded Australia. Dutch East Indies is going slow but methodically and safe. Very, very, very low losses here for all of this. We haven't lost any oil centers yet. Granted, we haven't taken any. But we haven't lost any either because we're being careful about it. The last thing I want to point out to you guys before I end this turn is this little nugget right here. Do you see this at Miri? I've been reconning this base, and there's 2 ships sighted in port. Do you guys want to guess what those are? I think I know what they are. I think those are the 2 destroyers that were in Clark Field a couple weeks ago. Remember that? They disappeared? I think they're actually at Miri, and what his plan is, he's going to leave them in port here and try to ambush us when we go to take Miri, because we basically need to land here with a naval contingent. And he's going to take these 2 destroyers and use them to repel the invasion. And these guys are recon aircraft or seaplanes to spot an incoming invasion so that he can actually intercept it. Well, so far so good, but that's what I think is going on here, guys. These have got to be those 2 destroyers, because what else would he have in Miri that makes any sense? So maybe we can find a way to work this to our advantage here and ambush those guys when they come out of port.